Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to unbox the Swann Security Camera. This is the model DVR 4580. Now this box is quite big and quite heavy, as you can see right here. Now let's open up the box and see what is inside this box. Now this box is packed with full features, and we will go through the features a bit later on. So this is the top cover, and this is what is inside the box. So we can just, there are 3 compartments here, so there are 3 smaller boxes inside, so we can pull out each one. So I'm just gonna pull all the 3 boxes out, and that's it. So nothing else inside. I'm just gonna put the box away. Now there are 2 light boxes and 1 heavy one. So let's open up the one that is heavy and see what is inside this box right here. Okay, so let's open this one up and we'll see. So it's very exciting. So in here are the 4 cameras and the cables. So this is the BNC cables right here. So these cables are 18 meters long or 60 foot. So there are 6 of the cables. Some of them are in other box. So we got here are the 4 cameras. These cameras come with a warning light and allow you to have video recording in color both day and night because of this warning light, of this LED light. So when someone comes in, the warning light will activate it and it will give some brightness, allowing the camera to record in colors. So there are 4 of this. So this is one of the cameras here. So if we open this one up, you can see there are 4 cameras. So there are 4 cameras. They all been packed inside this protective bag. And even this camera here have a protective film which you can remove them later on. The camera itself is very light. There are also some plug and mounting screws. So there are plugs for you to mount your cameras and the screws as well, right here. There are 4 packs in here. Then another camera right there. So 4 pack of BNC cables allowing you to connect to the camera. So this is the plug right here. They are color coded. So what else is there? Then you got the splitter. There is a cable that splits into 4. So there is a power adapter right here as well. So let's check out the power adapter. So this is the power adapters right here. And this is the spec of the power adapter. So you got input and output, 2 amp output. And this basically just plug it into here and it will allow you to have 4 cables, which then allow you to connect to the 4 different cameras. So 1 power adapter and you're allowed to connect to 4 cameras. So that's the first box right there. Okay, let's open up the next box. And here it is. Oh, so this is a DVR in here. This is how it is packed. So the DVR is on the left hand side. We're just going to pull it out carefully. So you can open that one up. And it is in this packaging, so we can simply open it up. Right there. And that is the DVR box right there. This DVR comes with 1 terabyte hard drive, so it allows you to record up to a year or 365 days. So you can see the hard drive right there. If there's enough light, you can actually see the hard drive sits just right there. And there's a lot of space allowing the DVR to cool down should it get hot. So we just, that's all inside here. So there's another package in here. So let's pull it out and see what's in here. So these are containing all the cables in here. You got the network cables. These are the blue network cables that you connect to the Wi-Fi. Then you got HDMI cables allowing you to connect to a monitor. So if your monitor have a HDMI plug, you can plug it in. Then there is a mouse that you can use to control your DVR. So there is a mouse inside. Then there is another power adapter. This power adapter is plugged into your DVR to supply power to the unit. And that's it. That is everything for this box. Okay, we are on to the last box right now. Just need to pull this one up. And then pull out this flap right here. And this is the dome camera. The dome camera doesn't have a warning light, but it can be twists and turns around. So there it is. That's the dome camera right there. It is heavier than the other warning camera that I showed you just then. So that's the model for this camera right there. Okay, so in here there are two cameras. Also in this package here there are plugs. So there are plugs for the camera as well. And then there is also a power adapter. So the power adapter right there. Then you also get a splitter for the two cameras. So here is the splitter for the two cameras. Then you also get the cables, the BNC cables. So they are 18 meters again. They are 18 meters. They are 2-pack. And then you just got this extended warranty golden tickets. Okay, so there it is. I lay out on the table everything there is for you to see. So you got a dome cameras with the cables and the screw plugs at the top. Then you got the splitter right here. Then you got the DVR box 4580. The power adapter, you got your mouse, network cables, HDMI cables, power adapters. Then you got the 4 cameras right here. Then you got the cables, the plugs and the screws, and another power adapters and the splitter. So it's all there for you. So that is everything inside the box. First, let's take a look at some of the features of these cameras and what it can offer you. Now this is a DVR box. It has 1 TB, but it can also support up to 4 TB of a hard drive. Now at the back here you can see this DVR is an 8-channel DVR. So what does this mean? It means that you can have up to 8 cameras connect to this DVR box. With this particular model, it comes with 6 cameras. So you have 4 warning light cameras as well as the 2 dome cameras, and there are 2 spare ports right here which allow you to connect the additional 2 cameras which you can purchase separately. Here are the LAN, so it is a wire DVR. So what this means is that your camera needs to connect to this DVR with the cables. So if you have a wireless camera, it will not be able to connect to this system. So any wireless that camera you have, it needs to connect to a Wi-Fi router and not to this system. Now for the camera itself, you got the dome camera right here. This dome camera can record, both camera type can record with high definitions, allowing you to have a clear pictures as well as in colors, so you can record in colors day and night. With this one here you can't actually record in colors at night time because it doesn't have the actual warning light or the flashlight right here. But what you can do is with high definition you still can, it has an infrared, so even though during the night time you can still can record and you can still actually see people if they are approaching your property. This camera is a 2 megapixel camera, so it can record up to 1080 pixel. So it is 1920 pixel by 1080 pixel. Now the viewing area or the viewing angle on this particular dome camera is 85 degrees angle. This camera here uses a PIR thermal all motion detections. So what this thing here is a motion detection or thermal detection. So it only records when it detects motion and heat. So let's say if people walk past, it will start trigger a recording. So if, like, say a plant is moving about, it will not record, and that can help quite a lot because you don't want any false recording or any false notifications on your device. So that, you know, if you are getting too much false notifications, you may tend to ignore the notifications. So it's really good that you have thermal detections. So it only sends you notifications when there is actual footage of people moving about, or if there is a car going into the driveway, it will start recording and start to alert you that you have someone approaching your property. Now there are no audio recording with both of these cameras, so that when people speak, you can actually hear what's going on, but you can see if they are walking around. Now both of this camera very similar, except with this particular one here, it comes with a sensor warning light. So I'm just going to peel out the cover so you can see. So this is an LED light, so it won't use a lot of power. And the other one is a dome camera. They both have a thermal detector right here, and the camera is right at the center, and at the top is the warning light. And this thing here, you can actually adjust. You can adjust it to move it around, and you can also move with the screw here. You can move the camera up and down as well. Another great thing about this camera is that it can help deter intruders from coming to your house. So when they are coming into the house, the warning light activated, it will basically turns on, and then when they look at the camera and they see the warning light, that means they are aware that someone is watching them, so they probably be turn around and walk away. Both of these cameras are waterproof, so you can actually place them anywhere outside, outdoor, and even if there's rain or heavy rain, it won't actually damage the cameras. You still will be able to record. Now once in a while the lens may get dirty and you need to clean them every now and then, because dust can accumulate, or if there is insect or flies, if they hang around the lens, it can cover up the lens with dirt. So you can every now and then you need to clean the lens to help get a very clear image when recording. So yeah, well, both of these cameras are waterproof. Now what is also really great about this system is that it works with Google Assistant and Alexa. So you can actually use voice command and ask the system to show you footage of your cameras. For example, if you got 6 cameras and you set front cameras, you need to name the cameras, and you can ask say okay Google, show me the front camera. It will show you the front camera or the front door or the back door. So you need to name your camera and ask Google to show you to show you the footage of the camera. So this is the Google Home that I have. So I'm going to connect it up later, and I'll show you how you can use voice command to open up the footage. Now in terms of footage or recording storage and backup, where do you have the video recording stored? By default, the system is record to the hard drive on this DVR box here, but you also have the option to set up your online account. So you can have an online account like Dropbox, and it will basically back up images and recordings to Dropbox. Now once you have set up your Dropbox account and connect to the system, whenever there is a recording or an image, it will upload to the Dropbox. And that means that in an event someone break into your house and take away the DVR, you still have the recording evidence uploaded to the server already. Now what this also means is that you will need to have a reliable internet connections, because without internet connections the DVR will not be able to upload to the cloud, to your Dropbox server. Now when you are going outside your home, you can use an iPad, an iPhone, or even just an Android phone or any other tablets that can connect to the internet, and it will allow you to monitor your home by simply using the Swann app that you download and install from the Play Store or App Store, and then you connect to the system, and it will basically allow you to monitor the cameras. You can also perform recordings. Okay, now we're going to take a look at how we're going to connect all of this together. Now decide if you want a DVR box near an outlet so that you can easily run the cables. Either you want to place the DVR box right next to the TV so that you could connect it directly to the TV. Sometimes where the TV is, it also has an outlet where you can easily connect the cables and the power point. Now for our DVR box, we need to connect this power supply or the power adapter into here at the back of this unit to the power source. Now we also need to connect the network cables to the router. So the back here, I'm going to plug in the LAN cables and it will connect to the Wi-Fi over here. So connect them. We also need to connect the VGA cable to the monitor or to the HDMI for the TV or a monitor that supports HDMI. And this is the monitor that I'm using right now. For the next part, I'm going to connect the cameras. So these cables here, just going to connect to this splitter right here. So this is a 2 outlet splitter and that will connect one to the cables. So this cable here, so you can plug that one in to an outlet, and this one here, the purple end, will connect to the DVR box right here. So that just connect to this right here. Now there is also a mouse which you can connect to the back of the device. There is a USB port right behind here. So you can connect the mouse to the USB port just underneath the LAN port right there. Now finally we can connect the camera to the extension cables. So this is a 18-meter cables and I'm just going to plug that in like so, and I'm going to plug that in like so. You can see the camera just kind of like lights on briefly. So in this video I will connect 2 cameras as a demo, but you can connect as many as you have. In this case, in the box supplied 6 cameras, so you can connect up to 6 cameras. If you want, you can buy an additional 2 cameras to connect up to 8 cameras, as this box supports 8 channels. Okay, now that we have the cameras connected, it's time to set up your DVR box. Now there is no on or off switch, so as soon as you plug in the power cables into the device, the DVR box will turn on immediately, and you can see on the monitor it will turn on. Now if you haven't updated this system before, and if this is the first time that you're going to plug in the system, it will try to connect to an internet and update the firmware. So it will try to download the latest firmware for the device. So during this process, just wait for the system to update itself, and then from there you can begin the setup. Okay, so there it is. The 2 cameras show up on the monitor. Now as I do not have a lot of cameras connected, only got 2, so only 2 show up on the monitor right there, and they are fairly straightforward. Here's what it looks like on one of the cameras. As you can see, I will try to take a footage of the daytime, nighttime, so you can see what it looks like in high definition with these cameras. Now this camera is designed for outdoor, which means that even when there's rain, it works just fine, and you shouldn't have any issues even if there's some heavy rain. Now this is an example. If you choose to install it on the ceiling, this is what the mounting would looks like. If you're going to mount it onto the ceiling, or you can mount it onto a wall, it's totally up to you how you want to mount the camera. So just decide where you're going to point the camera to, whether you want to point it down the garage, the parking lot, or the front door. Okay, now I'm going to test the light, the warning light, the LED warning light to see if it's bright enough for this spot right here. Now you can see it's quite dark and I'm in the garage at the moment. So I'm going to walk into the garage and then see if the light's going to turn on, and let's see how bright it is. Yeah, now as you can see, the light has just been activated upon picking up the motions. Now this light, if you are not getting this light turns on, you need to go into the app and open up the cameras and turn on. I will show you in a minute, but as you can see, this is the whole area. I would say I'm maybe around what, 6 meters away from the camera at the moment, and now I'm approaching the cameras, and this is how bright it is. So that's the camera right there. Now don't worry about these cables. I hang the camera up here as a demo just to test it out only. Okay, now let's take a look at how you can turn on this light. So in the app, open up the camera. So for example, I'm going to connect to the app. Then I'm just going to open up that camera, and at the top here, tap on the settings icon and make sure you tap on visible alert switch to turn it on. Then I'm going to tap on the back key, and now that the motion is activated, when the alert is activated, whenever it picks up motions, then the warning light will turn on. Now you can also go in here and manually turn on the light, as you can see. So we can manually turn on the light. You can see immediately the camera picks up color, and I can manually tap on it to turn it off. Okay, there it is. You can see we can manually turn on the light, and I'm going to turn it off like so. And if we move around, the light should also turn on. Okay, previously I told you how the system can upload images and videos to Dropbox, so that at least you have a backup in case someone come in and take out or take away the DVR box. So here in my Dropbox, you can see here it's got a folder, DVR 84580V. Now this folder is created automatically from the system, from the security system. As long as you give authorization to Dropbox, it will automatically create the folders, and it will automatically upload the videos and images to this folder. So here it is. I'm going to go into the folder. So you just have to launch Dropbox, and then you go into the folder, and it also create folders by the day right here. So you got a date 29th of July 2019, and then you go into that, then it break down into different channels. So I got only one camera connected at the moment, so there's only one channel. So if you have 6 cameras and 6 camera is recording, then you will have 6 different folders for each of the channel name. So I'm going to go into channel 1, and here once I go into the channel 1 folder, you can see it break down into pictures and videos. So I've got 1 pictures in here loaded up, and this is the pictures taken from the camera that I have set up previously, as you can see. And this is the resolution of the camera. Now this is in black and white because I have set it to black and white, and I turn off the warning light so there's no color. So if I go back here and we go into the video folder, it's upload a 30-second video clip. So as soon as it detects motion, it starts recording. So I can just try to rotate this around so we can see it in full screen. So there it is. That's the 30 seconds video clip that is recording. Now you can download an app from the Play Store for Android, or from the App Store for iPhone or an iPad or tablet. So on any mobile device or tablet that you have, you can actually connect multiple devices to the camera and view them both at once. Now you can see here, I have both phones connecting at the same time. This is an iPhone and this is on Android. And I'm just going to open up on the iPhone here. And then I can also open up on my Android phone to monitor. So this is ideally really good if you and your partner both have each phone, and she got an iPhone, you got an Android, and you both can still connect to the same camera to monitor your home. Now the apps that you want to install from the Play Store is the Swann Security App. So you can just go to the Play Store. So in the Google Play Store, just look for the Swann Security App and then install it. Once you install it, this is the app. It will sign in. You need to create an account. If you haven't got an account, you need to first create an account with a username and password. And you will also need this username and password later on so that you could set up Google Assistant or Alexa. And in here you can see if I tap on the menu key, and these are the things that you can do. You got profile, device settings, pairing, Dropbox. You can set notifications. In notifications, you can also set push notifications. So if we go into settings, we can turn on push notifications. So whenever you go outside of your home, if the camera picks up an event, if it's triggered an event, it will also send a notification to your device so that you immediately knows if someone is lurking around your property and you can take the appropriate action. Now in this app here, there's other things you can do. You can capture, you can manually capture an image. You can also record that video footage. When you are looking at it, you can manually record it. You can perform playback on recordings. So whatever your camera has been recording, you can play back on those recordings. You can also do a live view of multi-cameras. So this is a multi-camera views, and then you can select the cameras that you want to view, and then you can go into it. In here, there is also a light icon where you can turn on the warning light manually. You can turn on or off. And yeah, there's a lot of other great features as well, both on the app and on the DVR recorder that you can both go in and set up. So this is a different kind of views here. So this is a list view, and then this is kind of like a bigger view where you can swipe down, up and down. And on the menu key here, you also got user menu if you need to get some help. You can set up Dropbox. So with Dropbox, you can set up Dropbox so that the cameras automatically upload the images and videos to the cloud. So in case your DVR has been taken away, that at least you still got evidence backup from the cloud. So yeah, both apps works very similar, both on Android and iPhone. They have the same functions, same functionalities. So it doesn't matter which phone or which platform you use, it will function the same. Now using the Swann Security Camera, just stream to the TV using Google Assistant or using Alexa is super easy. Now you can see here, all I have to do is just issue a very short command and it can stream or stop the stream of the camera to the TV. Hey Google, stop streaming. And that's it. So you can see it stopped streaming. So I will ask it to stream the camera to the TV. Hey Google, stream garage camera.
Okay, streaming the garage camera on family room TV.
And so there it is. It starts to stream the image to the TV. Now initially, if you have a slow internet connection, the pictures will be a bit blurry, but as soon as it pick up strong signal, then the pictures will become clearer. Now setting up Google Home or Google Assistant with Swann Security involves a few steps, but they are fairly straightforward. I will show you how to do that in the installation videos. Now setting up the DVR box is really easy. There is a wizard that helps you go through the process where you need to set up a username and password. You need to set up an email so that the DVR can send out images and video to your email notifications. And you can also use a USB. You can plug in this USB into the box, and you can also back up the footage to your USB drive in case you need to save it to a computer or to send the footage to someone else. So here, whenever we need to access the system, we need to log in. So I click here, and if we go into setup, we need to put in the password. Once you put in the password, we can unlock and then go into the system. And as you can see here in the system, on the left hand side here, you got displayed, record. It tells you like the record settings, and then over here you got different tabs. Again, you can choose record state, mainstream, substreams. Then you got capture settings for the camera capture. That's the images. And then you got network settings. In network settings, you can set up the network, the port configuration, email configurations, email schedules. So when to send out email notifications. Then you got other settings, which mostly you don't need. Alarm. You also can set alarm for the cameras. So you can choose where the alarm will go off. And then you can also choose which mode, PIR and motion or detections. And you can also choose sensitivity. Now, if you click on action down here, in here you can set email notifications, push notifications, and picture to cloud. So if you want to upload to the cloud, you need to tick on the checkbox. Or if you want push notifications from the camera, you can also tick on the checkbox. Now this is for the one camera that I have connected. If you have more than one camera connected, you need to set the settings for all of them. Then you got device over here. I just need to cancel that first. Then over here on the left hand side, you can click on device, and device, it tells you your hard disk drive, the state, and how much free storage you got left. And down here you can also have the chance to format the hard disk drive down here. And in system, you can see in system here there's a lot of settings you can do: general, date and time, user information, channel information, record informations, network state. So there's a lot of information. And then advanced section. In the advanced section, you can have your system auto reboot on a scheduled time. You can also perform a software update or an upgrade of the firmware. You can also whether you have it upgrade automatically or manually. And then finally, the last option is to shut down, reboot, or log out of the system. So you can see the user interface is fairly intuitive, very easy to use, and there's a lot of things that you can do. So yeah, I really like this system. Now, if you want to search for an event, or if you want to back up an event or a footage to the USB drive from the camera, you can click on the menu button at the bottom here, and then you click on search. Instead of going to setup, click on search. In search here, you can perform a search. So you can choose a date to search for the event. And you can also, there's a general tab here, you can search for by event. You got quick shot, quick review, you got tags, extended files, and logs. So there's a lot of things. In the logs, you can perform a search. So you can run a search. And then at the bottom here, there is a save button or backup button. Now after clicking on the save buttons, it will allow you to choose where you want to save the files. So just select the appropriate folder and then click on OK to save the file. Okay, after using this system, I can say that I quite like the system. The fact that it has quite a lot of features. Now the camera itself is quite modernized and stylish. You can see here, and I also like how they use Phillips screwdrivers here so that you can easily open it. So you don't really need to, some models, they have Allen keys. It's quite hard to use the Allen key to turn the screws. With a Phillips screwdriver, you can easily just go in and using a screwdriver, you can simply turn it open. So here you can easily turn open to adjust the camera. And as well as this dome here, it's quite modernized and stylish to look at. So even when you mount it onto your house, it looks quite nice. And the box itself, it has a 1 TB of memory, which means you can store a lot of images and videos. Depending on how many cameras you have, it can store up to a year of data. Now, if your hard drive runs out, basically it just overwrite. So you shouldn't have any problems with the hard drive. Also, this camera here uses a thermal heat detections. That means no more false notifications going to your mobile device. So whenever people walking past, or whenever there's a vehicle coming in, it will send you the correct notifications. It won't send you notifications just because a tree is moving about or a bird or a cat actually walking past. Now, one cool thing I really like is the use of Google Assistant. I can actually stream my cameras just by issuing a very short command, and the camera will be streamed to my TV. It will cast directly to the TV, and I can, ask Google to show cameras for the front door, back door, or actually all of them. So that is really one cool feature that I really love about this new update. Now here is a sample footage of a nighttime. So this is around 6:30 at nighttime, and it is infrared, so no warning light turning on at the moment. So now the warning light is turning on, so I'm just switching it on, and you can see here, so it just went on off, and there it is. So this is with the warning light, so you can see it's quite bright with the warning light, and there is color. Once the warning light comes on, there's color. You can see the wall has a red brick, and I'm wearing a black tracksuit, and that is infrared, so you can see between the colors and no color. So with colors, you can see there are more details. You can see actually what colors jackets I'm wearing, or what kind of color pants people's wearing, or what color the shoes, so you can get a better descriptions if someone intrudes the house. And this is a footage of the day during the day. So this is the actual footage that I have downloaded and put into this video. So this is what you can expect using the camera for this model. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. This video is made for the Swann camera series DVR 84580V.